What if I were to tell you that, contrary to popular belief, the world is in fact a flat disk, and the moon truly is made of cheese? Would you believe me? I may be mistaken, but I doubt it. You would probably have less difficulty believing that this claim is made of cheese. What if I were to repeat it a few times? Would this make it any more convincing? Again, I may be mistaken, but I doubt it. What if I were to bring in several friends to join me in this repetition? Would the lot of us, together, be able to repeat it enough times to suddenly render it convincing? Of course not. Why not? Because if you can tell that a certain claim is, on the face of it, fundamentally absurd, no number of repetitions is going to suddenly render it any less absurd, or you suddenly less able to tell that. You are going to be just as able to glean this absurdity after the 1000th repetition as you are after the 3rd. I once heard on NPR about a fellow approaching the Dalai Lama and asking if he had ever been told who Jesus Christ is. Now, I've never met the Dalai Lama personally, and I'm not psychic, but I think it pretty well founded to guess that upon hearing this question, deep inside he sighed and thought, "Yes, I've been told." Now, it just so happens that there is a much clearer, more straightforward answer to the question, who is Jesus Christ, than most Christians have ever realized. Jesus Christ is Santa Claus for adults, a cosmic Jewish zombie who is his own father. Sometimes at the bookstore I come across books with titles to the effect of The Christian's Guide to Talking to Non-Christians. This, it seems to me, and many other such answers, should be written into a book called The Non-Christian's Guide to Talking to Christians. Christians, many of you in this increasingly interconnected world have no doubt been presented with the Muslim spiel many times. Muslims, many of you no doubt have likewise been presented with the Christian spiel many times. I know that my atheist subscribers get presented with both all the time. I don't know if I happen to have any Jewish, Buddhist, or Hindu subscribers, but I would guess that if I do, the same thing happens to them all the time as well. Does it become any more convincing as it is repeated to you over and over again? Probably not. Yet, many a Christian and Muslim laments to me that we atheists won't ever see the truth of your religion, no matter how many times you repeat it to us. Here we have a kind of special pleading which I am compelled to call the ad nauseum fallacy. It's a kind of special pleading because it only seems convincing when a double standard of argument and evidence is applied to it. Like the ad populum fallacy, it only seems convincing when it supports a position you already hold. The only reason you find it convincing is that you begin with the assumption that it's true. Therefore, anyone who doesn't begin with that assumption is not going to find it convincing. To these people, it's just a petty annoyance. Well, this one has turned out to be surprisingly concise, but that's all I had to say about that.